Did you ever freeze in a remote interview when they asked about your time zone? Welcome back to Career English Podcast. I'm James, and that's Alex. Today, 5 English words to win any remote job interview. By the end, you'll know the one answer that makes a foreign client trust you fast.
So here is my real story. Last week, I had a call for a remote job with a team in Canada. The interviewer asked me, "Can you work with our time zone and our tools?" And my mind went totally blank, James.
That happens to so many people, and it is not because your English is bad. The interviewer just wants to know if you can work remote with a team that lives far away. They ask about your time zone, your tools, and your daily schedule every single time.
Okay, but wait. I told them I work async, and the man looked confused. Did I use that word wrong? I thought async just means I work from home, like remote.
That is a small mix-up, but a common one. Remote means you work from home, not the office. Async means you and your team do not work at the same minute. So you can be remote and still work at the same time, or you can be remote and async. They are two different things.
Oh, I see now. So the client wanted to know my schedule too, because their time zone is far from mine. They needed to know when our work hours touch. That makes the confusion make sense.
Yes, exactly that. Now let's slow down and look at each word. First, remote. Remote means you do your job from your home, not from a company office. Many freelancers on Upwork only do remote work, so clients all over the world can hire them.
And I love remote work because I can earn in dollars from my own bedroom. But here is my pushback. Some clients say remote, but then they want me online every hour. Is that still really a remote job, or is it just an office on a screen?
Good challenge. It is still a remote job because remote is only about the place, not the freedom. The freedom part comes from your schedule and from async work. Next word, time zone. Your time zone is the clock time where you live.
Time zone is the big one for me. My time zone is many hours ahead of clients in the United States. So when they wake up, I am already finishing dinner. I always tell them my time zone in the first message.
That is smart, and interviewers love it. When you say your time zone clearly, the client feels safe. Now the third word, tools. Tools are the apps and programs you use to do your work, like Slack, Zoom, or Trello.
Wait, let me push back again. Do I need to know every single one of these tools before the interview? There are so many, and I feel scared to say I never use some of them.
No, you do not need all of them. Just say which tools you know, and say you learn new tools fast. Clients like honest people more than people who fake it. Most tools are easy once you click around for a day.
That makes me feel better. So I can say, I use simple tools like Zoom and Google Docs, and I learn new tools quickly. That sounds honest and calm at the same time.
That is a perfect answer. Now word 4, async. Async means your team does not need everyone online together. People answer messages in their own time. So you might write a note now, and your client reads it 8 hours later when they wake up.
Async is the dream for me. With async work, my time zone problem almost disappears. I do my tasks, leave clear notes, and the client replies later. We never need to sit on a call at 3 in the morning.
Right, and that brings us to the last word, schedule. Your schedule is your plan of work hours. In a remote interview, they often ask, "What is your schedule? And can you join one call a week at our time?"
So my schedule is the hours I sit down and work. I can say, my schedule is flexible, but I have 3 hours that match your time zone for calls. Then we do everything else async.
Beautiful. You just use 4 words in one breath. Let's practice the most useful sentence now. Try saying this one with me. I'll say it once, and you can say it after me in your own voice. Ready? My time zone is ahead of yours, but our schedules can still match.
My time zone is ahead of yours, but our schedules can still match. Oh, I like how that feels. It sounds calm and professional, not nervous. Why does this one sentence work so well in an interview?
It works because it does two jobs at once. First, it shows you understand the time zone gap. Second, it promises your schedule will still fit their needs. The client hears that you already solved their biggest worry, so they relax and trust you.
Let me try a fresh scene then. Imagine I am on an Upwork call right now. The client says, "Our team is fully remote and we work async across 5 countries. Tell me about your setup. How do I sound?"
Go ahead and answer like it is real. Pretend the camera is on and the client is waiting. I will listen like I am the one hiring you for the project.
Okay, I am a remote worker and I love async teams because my time zone is far from many clients. I use tools like Slack and Notion every day. My schedule is flexible, so I can match a few hours with any time zone for live calls.
That is a hire me answer. You hit remote, async, time zone, tools, and schedule, all in a smooth way. A client hears that and thinks, this person has done this before. That is the feeling you want to give in every interview.
But here is my last worry. What if the client only speaks fast English and uses slang during the schedule talk? My async notes are clean, but live calls scare me a little.
That is normal, and you can ask them to slow down. Just say, "Can you repeat that, please?" Clients respect that more than silence. And remember, most remote work happens in async messages, not in long calls, so your writing carries most of the job.
That takes the fear away. So, calls are small, and my clean async notes do the heavy work. I can breathe now and stop worrying about every fast word.
Exactly the right mindset. So let's walk through the whole thing one more time. You join a remote interview. They ask your time zone. You tell them clearly. They ask your tools. You name a few and say you learn fast. They ask your schedule. You say it is flexible and you can work async. That is the full answer in 1 minute.
Let me say my own version now, all together. I work remote. My time zone is flexible for calls. I know common tools, and I do my best work async on a steady schedule. There, that felt strong and clear.
That was excellent, and you should be proud of it. Subscribe if you want more English for your remote freelance career. Because next episode, we cover how to ask a client for more money without sounding rude. It is a skill that pays in real dollars.
I cannot wait for that one, because asking for more money is the part that scares me most. Thank you for making these interview words feel so simple and friendly today.
You are very welcome. Take these 5 words and use them in your next remote interview. Try this in your next email. Come back next episode and tell us how it went.